Let's continue our videos in some more interesting locations than in Manhattan. In this video, let's talk about how much thinking should analysts do, how much analysis they should do about instructions they're given. Maybe another way of putting it would be how literally should they take instructions and follow them. So here's where it starts. Project manager sends a production and production has redactions, and the client says, we would like to blank out metadata fields for redacted documents. So project managers puts instructions in saying, okay, whenever you find a document with redaction, blank out all the metadata. And so analyst says, okay, which metadata? And the project manager goes like, all of it, anything except backdoc, enddoc. So analysts complete their work, they send it to project manager sends it to a client receives it, produces it, everything is great. Until we get that phone call. Yeah, that panicking phone call where client says, oh my God, everything's wrong in the production. You produced, the page count doesn't add up, nothing adds up, something wrong, you gotta redo it. So project manager immediately replies saying, I will apologize. Salesperson jumps in saying, oh no, we gotta fix it. Everyone's running around like crazy saying, what happened to this production? This is wrong, we gotta fix it. Run to the analyst department. How long will it take to fix it? And analyst team saying, what are we fixing? What is the problem? And no one knows what the problem is, but everyone's running around screaming. So after we looked at the production, trying to figure out what was wrong, turned out to be client was trying to do a sum by page count, and their page count in the production wasn't matching up to what was in the original request. So we're trying to figure out why the page count doesn't add up, and turned out that analyst had blanked out page count field for redacted documents. Right? Project managers send instructions to blank out all the fields except backdoc and enddoc, which is exactly what analyst did. So the analyst says, hey, there's all my instructions, redact everything except backdoc and enddoc, which is exactly what I did. What does project managers say? They say, well, obviously I didn't mean to blank out page count. I should have realized that. And then the question comes, well, what about back attach, end attach? What about that? How about text path? Did you mean that or not? Like, at which point does analysts need to, how much assuming analysts should do and how much should they follow instructions as written? More often this comes up with time zones. When you get new requests for processing, project manager usually specifies what time zone to use for processing. And if the time zone is different from a previous set, if analyst notices, they will check with the project manager, hey, are you sure that's the right time zone to use or not? And here we're gonna have a problem with how project manager takes it to somebody questioning their requests. All right, you have some project managers who are like really slow to respond to emails. You may ask them like, hey, are you sure this is the right time zone? And they don't get back to you for half an hour, 45 minutes. And then you ask them and they say, what email? I didn't see any email. And you go, right there, what's the answer to this? And they'll be like, oh, you were waiting for me. No, I put exactly what I need. You use the time zone from processing. Why are you wasting all this time not processing? Get back to it and do it. And other project managers will be very appreciative of this. They'll say, oh yeah, confirm, that's the right time zone. Or they'll say, oh no, good thing you checked with me. I did make a mistake. This is from a different matter. So I guess sort of a question is, how do you find this balance between questioning if something doesn't seem right versus following instructions and not wasting time and not seem like you double check on every single thing? What I tell my team members is if something doesn't seem right, you bring it up right away. If project manager busy, they're behind on emails, doesn't matter. We don't want to redo things, and there's certain things that you cannot redo simply, like deduplication and relativity. If you happen to get that wrong, there is a lot of work to fix it. So if there's a little thing seems off, you bring it up right away and you confirm with project manager. So as usual, if you got a funny story about people following instructions too literally, which I'm sure you would have one, please share it with me. I very much like to know about it. And if you're wondering where I am, I'm at Lake Placid. This is a Golden Arrow resort on Mirror Lake. So Lake Placid is right next to us, and this is what's called Mirror Lake, which is where they're gonna have an Ironman competition going in a few days. And there are people, if you see over there, there are people practicing already. Yep, Ironman competitions happening here next week.